And with that countdown, welcome to the podcast. Everybody, how y'all doing today? Today, we have a good podcast for you. We had the video game lodge. Woo, excuse me. Jesus, my language. Been messing up every word every day. But yes, we have video game lodge. And before we get into everything, we gotta just talk about the giveaway. Because I just want to get the giveaway right out the way so everyone can hear it. We are having a giveaway for Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. We definitely are. Only thing you have to do, you have to rate and leave a comment. Please, a good comment. Please, a good comment. Am I forgetting something?
A review. Rate and review us and follow us subscribe to us, on iTunes.
Essentially, a review is a comment, unless you be very narrow-minded like me, who will be like, a comment, nice podcast. Then, review. Just a review. Not a schematics review. Just review us. Thank you very much. And with that out the way, we can now just get into what we have to do. Dark Boo's your host. And I know people are wondering what podcast this is. And I'm wondering not to mess up the number. So good luck. I'm going to say it. This is podcast 131. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, bless it. That's why I veered away from it the first time. Because I didn't know what it was. But yes, it's podcast 131. And we have me, Dark Blue, your host, and we have SpiderStaryu. And we have our whole co-host first and foremost. Let me even get there. We have our co-host. We have a gratuity. We have a session. SpiderStaryu.
Yes. Hey, everybody.
We have SuperZambezi.
Hello.
We have Soul.
Look at her butt.
and we have someone just dedicated for this podcast. We have Timmy.
Hey, how you doing?
He's here.
Fine, here.
Dedicated is a very simple word. I think
Hacking.
it goes beyond that.
What?
Worthy. Very efficient. Because I would say that very efficient, because for this game, he's kind of like over the top of fiction. Like, he knows everything a bit too much. You need to share the knowledge. Don't be greedy. Give to the needy. So we just gonna hop right into the main topic: Paper Mario 1000 Year Door video game launch for August 2014. We are gonna give you the full scoop of the game. We're gonna go very analytical. We're gonna go postal. It's gonna be sent express mail. So get ready and not return postage if people want to get funny. So before we even start off, I might as well talk about the game. That's just for people who are new for the podcast or just new to this game overall. Paper Mario is it's not even the second. It's the third RPG game that Nintendo made. If you count in, oh my God, the legend. Oh my God, please somebody help me with this.
Super Mario RPG.
Yes. I was gonna give a long title.
Super Nintendo Classic. Okay. I don't like the game, but.
We have that game as the first, then we have Paper Mario 64 as the second, then they came out with this from the Nintendo GameCube, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Of course, this game came out October 11, 2014 for North America. Am I right?
Why are you laughing?
Wait, when did it come out, Boo?
I said 2014!
Oh my God, he did. When did that come out? 2002 or 4?
Subtract. I don't even want to edit that out.
Don't edit it out.
Subtract 10 years. Subtract 10 years from it, and you'll get 2004.
Okay.
That's when it was out.
Guess what day that is? October 11th.
Oh, so it was recent.
Yeah, my birthday.
What?
So it's recent.
Oh my God.
What did I say? Oh God.
This is a horrible start.
This is a beautiful start. This is a beautiful start. We're keeping hello podcast listeners.
Yes, hey everyone. If you're still watching, listening,
enjoying this podcast.
Oh my goodness! You know what?
2014.
2014
came out 2014.
Subtract 10 years from that, and you'll get the year.
2004.
And it was right in my face too. So how did I mess it up? But we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into the meat and grinds of the game. We're gonna start with the prologue of Rose Walker. And basically, it's the prologue at the beginning of the game. And this is where you get your first partner, Goombella. And basically, you have to just essentially just go to Professor Frankly's house. But before that, they teach you the basics of the game. They teach you how to attack. For people who don't know, they teach you how to attack. And I don't think at the beginning they do teach you how to do action. Is it called action commands?
Yes, action commands.
They teach you how to
with
do
that stupid. I don't. What was it? Super guard? I can't stand super guard.
Yes, they teach you how to do all that. So they just teach you the basic meat and potatoes of the game. And I don't think there's a lot much to say about it.
Yeah, move on to like chapter 1. Like prologue, that doesn't have a lot. People don't have a lot to say on that.
Well, okay, I
don't care
have
about
something to say about
it. Was
everything.
boring and long, and really, and Professor Frankly looked like an idiot. And remember, I was watching Luca Jin, who's a Let's Player. She's kind of big. She just convicted him of being whatever I don't even remember what the word is. Ugh. So constipated.
I remember when the Goombas were hitting on Goombella. I'm like, oh my god.
I was like, she's like, oh, that's so sweet, and you guys are rats, basically.
There's like guys like
She
you
do
making
shade.
totally barfing. I'm like, ooh, that's shade. I love Goombella.
That's something Boo would say.
Yeah, she threw that shade.
Her in that fake ponytail.
That's all natural.
That was definitely a weave. Be honest.
Boo, is it a weave?
That's all natural.
That is not. No Goomba has that long hair. That is definitely a weave. Especially
That's a
if
ponytail.
That's a weave.
SZ, what were you saying?
I was gonna say that I really like how this game just everything eases in very nicely and just ties into the story. The whole tutorial, basically prologue area, everything just introduces all the characters in a very unique and smart way. So it's not like, oh, this is clearly the tutorial and I have to go through this and this is boring, smash A. Like everything was interesting and they integrated learning how to do everything with the story, and it was nice. I liked it.
And I like how they give you the option of, do you want to learn it or do
Yeah.
you not? Thank the Lord. The games, if you just do the game over, they make you learn it again. I'm like, why is there not an option?
Like when you play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Teaching how to catch Pokemon every time when you know, I already know how to catch Pokemon,
Why?
so don't teach me.
I understand that they like, why doesn't Nintendo have like an option like, hey, have you played this game before, or hey, do you know how it works? Because there are some games like in Pokemon, it's like, hey, do you know how running shoes work? And then you say yes, but then they still explain it to you, and it's not just like, oh, that's like in Fire Red and Leaf Green. No, they did that in Pokemon X and Y. I'm like, I already know how they work. Can I just get going?
I'm just happy they did it for this game because I was not going through that explanation again.
Yes, I know.
Please. And then after the prologue, we end up going to chapter 1, Castle and Dragon, Petalburg. That's the area we go into before the Hotel Castle.
Coops.
And what happened?
Coops.
Oh yes, we get Coops. We have to get Coops. He was a little punk. No
Punk?
no shade. He was a little punk at first, but then after we had to get him. We snatched him up.
He's not a punk. He's a
timid.
Timid. He's a doofus.
Oh, what? That's not even better
that's
to
mean.
say.
Yeah, that was worse.
Boo called him a punk. It's not in your rightful place.
Well, that's not a compliment either.
I know it's not in your rightful place.
Okay, he's kind of socially awkward. Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Okay, then I retract my statement and I correct it. He was socially awkward.
To be that, he has a girlfriend.
Well, some
Koopy Koo, was that her name?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like,
Koopy
oh,
Koo.
why did I have to fall for someone like that? I was like, oops.
Like,
oh my
ooh,
god,
like,
that
didn't
was
want
shade
that.
upon shade.
That was it was unwanted attention.
But Coops gets better as time goes on. He becomes stronger.
Yes. And this chapter 1 basically, it's beginning. It's like a beginner level. Please let me retract that. The beginning part is the beginning level. Then the difficulty, it doesn't sharply increase, but it gets a little bit up there. Not up there as in level 1 to level 100, like level 1 to level 1.5. So, I'm basically, for me, I had no problems with this level. The level's kind of basic. They give you the items that you need to attack the Oh my god! Somebody help me with the claps. I just forgot their
The
names.
claps, ball claps, and bristles.
Yes, they give you the beneficial items to even beat them. So it was alright. They had that little quiz thing with the thwomp. I purposely got them wrong.
Yeah, me too. I failed it cause I just wanted the experience cause you just hit the claps with the power block and then you bam, you get like 24 star points.
Oh, is that like the weird?
Yeah, so I
strong
purposely got them
quiz?
wrong. I didn't get the quiz right.
Why? Oh,
And that's pretty much I did before Hooktail Castle. It was just another deficit because when I first played, I was lost. Yes, I was lost. I was a beginner.
no,
Choo-choo
I got
beginner
lost.
with my choo-choo train set.
Yes, choo choo train, choo choo train.
With
Did you really?
my choo-choo train set trying
Yes.
to build. I was lost. I didn't know what to do. But then after I got through it and made it up to the top, and I didn't have
Took that
badge.
choo choo train to the top.
Yes, and I didn't have that badge that made a cricket sound when I played against Hooktail. So I kind of was like a little bit not on the good side. Because I forgot. Nobody told. Well, I read that letter for, I like, who was that person from Paper Mario 64 that, they showed died? Is it Colorado?
No.
Colorado did not die.
No, I think that was like Colorado's father who died, but like
Yeah.
Colorado himself is still alive.
Oh, that was his father?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember how this stuff.
I like how they tied that little thing in. I like how they tied some things in that if you play Paper Mario 64, you can kind of get what they meant or something. But that's beyond the point. How did Oh, go ahead.
Oh, but you're about to say
Oh,
how
I was gonna say, how did everyone traverse through this level?
Hooktail Castle. The funny thing is, Boo, I did the same when I first played. When I first versed Hooktail, I didn't get the cricket badge. The first time I played Paper Out 1000 Year Door, I didn't get the cricket badge, but I still managed to beat Hooktail because I also fell for the you know when Hooktail bites you if you fall for the what's it called when she tells you a lie and says, oh, I'll let you smell my feet if, or in the chair like, oh, I'll give you tons of coins, I'll give you a rare badge if you like show me mercy. You know?
Oh yeah.
So I fell for the badge thing the first time.
We're gonna talk about that because this game does that a lot. Then whereas they give you the option to do a game over.
Exactly.
I'm like, you serious? And when I was playing on the emulator, I just saved state. No, it was later on the train. I just saved, and then I read the book, and then game over. I'm like, why? They give you the option. They be like, it's good they do that because they like, this what they saying. That's gonna give you a game over. You still want to do it? Then they like, are you really sure they're gonna give you a game over? Are you do it? Last chance. This going to give you a game over. Do you really want to do this? You click yes, game over. I'm like, it's funny. It's very funny, especially if you play on the emulator. Because you like save state, just see what happened, and just load the save state back.
It was just painful.
I liked it though.
When I played it, when I first played it, since we're all talking about our first experience, I got lost like Boo. I don't remember where I got lost, but it was definitely like very early on because I don't think I understood how to use Coops. And another thing, I got very confused between Coops and Cooper. So if I say Cooper, it's just because they look very similar. They work exactly alike. So whatever. Honestly, Hooktail is such a pushover. Like I understand it's the first boss, but like I not even when I got lost in the castle, I didn't even have trouble defeating Hooktail because just every single one of her I don't remember if it's his or her, but they I think it's her. Anyway,
Hooktail's a girl.
Okay, I don't remember that. So she like none of her attacks ever actually like, did anything to me. I was like, all right, like I got bitten. I'm losing some health, or Goombella's dead because I used Goombella to tattle, and then I think she attacked. So Goombella's pretty much dead, almost. So, but like Hooktail's such a pushover. I don't like who's the first boss in Paper Mario? Not counting Bowser, of course. Shoot.
The 4 Koopas.
Oh yeah, the 4 Koopas are harder than them because that stupid attack that I could never guard against. This Hooktail was easier, so.
Anyone else on the topic of chapter 1?
Well, yeah, since we're talking about first time playing, I myself kind of got lost, but like I ended up getting the badge, but like at the time I was like so bad at jumping, like I couldn't time to jump. I'm like, wait, what am I doing wrong? Because like at the time I was like literally like just mashing the A button over and over, and I kept on failing to jump. I was like, oh god, how am I gonna get through this? But then after, like, when I actually found Hooktail, I was just spamming, like, Power Smash, and, like, eventually I got through, but my god, it was kind of annoying. Yeah, that's pretty much my input.
I think the first time I did it, I actually think I did get the badge, but I didn't know it was a cricket.
Same,
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
too.
know it was cricket.
Like, I did go and get the badge. I'm like, oh, this is the thing? But I'm like, wait, this doesn't have anything to do with a cricket. And so I'm like, oh, this is not the badge I need. Durr. Now I look back at myself, I'm like, oh god, that was the cricket thing you needed. But I still beat Hooktail. It did take like 2 tries though.
Wow.
Wait,
Still
but
beat it
something
for-
else I want to bring up.
Sorry.
I love the Miss Mouse scene, and then you have Goombella out, and she was like so freaking jealous of Miss Mouse for flirting with Mario.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Miss Mouse is the best.
I don't like her.
She's the best.
She's worthless.
I love when, like, in later chapters, like in Poshly Heights, she's like, oh, let me jimmy the lock. I'm like, Miss Mouse, alright.
Well, she's supposed to talk like not a flapper or a Southern belle. She is like that. For at least in my eyes, I always like imagine her like, oh, let me just jimmy the lock, and then she like does like I don't know.
I always thought she sounded just like really flirtatious.
Well, yeah.
And very thief-like.
Oh no! I always thought she had the accent because she's very pretty. She's very that's not sophisticated, but whatever. I honestly, but on the topic of her, I don't like Miss Mouse. Like I understand she is, but in her role, she's perfect because it's like she's optional. You don't actually have to get her, and I didn't get her this round, and I don't think I've ever gotten her because I never had trouble getting star shards because like I always could look it up or whatever, and I honestly, it's like if I really wanted to, basically you're cheating to get using Miss Mouse. You're basically cheating to find it. You're making it practically. There's no like trouble at all. So if I have to go through getting her, I'd rather just search it up on the internet. Back to the topic at hand, though.
Do you have anything to say about chapter 1?
Actually, yes.
Oh,
What do you mean? Oh, maybe I should just not talk.
dang it, SZ! Like,
Oh,
okay,
Oh, no.
You will get smacked.
you know what that's mean.
just like the mouse got smacked.
That's actually a very somewhat good
Anyway,
relate back.
oh my gosh.
Callback.
Anyway, let's just talk about Paper Mario. I actually had the same kind of situation where I didn't use the cricket badge first, just because I think I got it. I just didn't connect the dots that I'm supposed to use it.
I don't remember what I did. I don't remember how I figured out how to use it.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was. I can't really remember. It was a long time ago, maybe 7-8 years ago. I don't really like Koops that much.
Aww.
It's probably my
Why?
least favorite.
I like Coots just because
Why?
he's so socially awkward. I think
It's
it's
just-
adorable.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I
He's
like
not
his
very
character,
interesting.
but like, there's one flaw I don't like about him and it's like if he gets like head bonked or something by a Goomba, he's pretty much helpless, and that's what I
Yes.
don't
Oh, yeah.
like about him.
Well, one thing I like about all the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door characters is the partners each have their own personality and their own identity. Like,
And on text.
yeah, like in Paper Mario 64, like, yeah, it was the first Paper Mario game. Like, I'm not throwing no shade at it, but the partners, you don't really feel super attached to them. Like, I think the only one where you know their backstory is Lackluster and Goombario, because they'd say like, oh, Lackluster had like, you know, he had a girlfriend, he wants to become tougher for his girlfriend. Goombario, he's from a Goomba village, and you know, now he's grown up and stuff. But the rest, like, they don't really have much of personality. Like, I was talking to Soul yesterday, and he mentioned Watt.
Oh
Like,
yeah. I don't like. I like Watt Watt is probably the best partner in the original game. But Watt literally, I'm not kidding. Watt literally just joins you. You're like, oh, I found you. I'm joining you.
yeah, she comes out of nowhere. There was nothing that said, oh, there's a little. What is the creature called?
I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember. Like the dude. Are we talking about the dude with the lantern?
No, I mean like the creature that Watt is. Alright, it has a
I
name.
think they say that he's the child of like little Sparky or something.
Oh, little Sparkies. Yeah, little Sparkies.
I don't. Okay.
Isn't Watt a she?
Yes, Watt's a she.
I always wonder if it was a guy or a girl, cause like I think like when you get Watt, they say she, but then like when you upgrade Watt with a super block, they use he or something like that.
That might
I
be
don't
the
know.
case, but I think honestly, if I remember correctly, if you tattle Watt, they say she, so I use she.
I don't know, but this is kind of off topic.
Yes,
but
it is. We keep going
but
on topic.
I just want to say this really quickly that, like, you know, like what we were talking about, Watt didn't have much of a person. Watt came out of nowhere, so like that was like a character that was just like came up, was like, oh, thank you for saving me. I want to join you because look, I can make things like, you know, get brightened and stuff. But there was nothing that said that beware in Shy Guy in the Shy Guy toy box, beware of the little Sparky that glows. Like you didn't hear anything about that. So like, but with partners in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, they each have a personality, an identity. They have their own personalities. Like Flurry, you know, she's so fancy.
I hate Flurry.
Oh, I love Flurry.
Just because
She's
she
the
ratch.
best.
She's so ratch.
Oh, she is fancy. Boo, right? Flurry is fancy.
You should have heard what SZ said last night. Would make me die.
What did
Oh
he say?
no!
What
What
did he
did I
say?
say? What did I say?
He said, "Boob joined the team."
SZ! SZ! Is that all you look at in a woman?
Ooh.
That's all you can see in this one. Oh my god.
Ooh, that was
I
Shade
was
City.
rolling. I was like, I can't.
You don't see her face?
Boo joined the party.
Yeah, and that's funny because we get into chapter 2, the Great Mongly Tree.
Oh my god.
Easily,
SZ, typical man.
on the chapter at hand, chapter 2. Easily, I think it's the prettiest chapter because I love the weird. It's such a. Honestly, let's not talk about the environments. I like. I'm not sure which ones I like more comparatively to the 64 or GCN environments because both of them are really good. Like all of these blend together in a nice way, and all of the Paper Mario 64 ones pop out to me. But this one, I think of almost any Paper Mario world, I really love the look of it. It's so weird. Like the color, the ground is a neon leafy pattern, and everything is white and black instead of the common brown and green for a tree. And they have weird little creatures that are really adorable and kind of look like alien slugs. And they shouldn't be adorable. I don't remember what they're called. I remember the character's name is Punio.
Punies.
Puny. Okay, where you go?
And they glitch on the emulator. They glitch up.
Oh, they.
They glitch
Oh,
like
yes.
crazy. Well, I can't see them, but I can tell where they are because they show like a little box, like
They
the
have a
little
line.
squiggly lines you see on the TV. That's what they show for it, so I know where they are. But with SZ case, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It was so bad. Some of my textures were being replaced with the punies, so like enemies would have a puny on their face or on their.
How bad of an
Stomach.
emulator were you using? I used one of those. Well, not fine.
Mine it didn't show the punies. It's just like for all non-playable characters, they didn't show them.
Yeah, that's the. Not all of them, but the punies didn't work.
This is also the chapter where you verse
Anyway.
the Shadow Sirens for the first time. I love the Shadow
Which is
Sirens.
ridiculous. For me, it wasn't ridiculous, but as a newbie, I was like, already you facing someone like them, and I tattled them too.
Wait, who?
I'm like,
The Shadow Sirens.
Oh God, I don't think I beat them the first time, and I was very embarrassed. Like when we were playing it for the video game mods, I don't think I beat them the first time.
I beat them the first time, but the second time it came with ease. But the
Oh.
first time I was like, when I tattled them and I saw the health, I'm like, we gotta face them already. I'm like,
Oh
they
my God.
hard.
Story-wise, though, I felt so bad for Vivian.
I know.
Oh my god. That was so... Beldum is so mean. I'm
Beldum
like,
was creepy.
"Aw."
I always felt
Like-
Beldum was creepy because like I thought Vivian was like maybe
Like-
maybe like I don't know, like a young girl, but like Beldum's like looks like she's like 50 years old. So I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, and then
Well
Marilyn's like the fat.
And then Marilyn's like, Marilyn's the fat one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Boo, do your impression of
Oh yeah, I
him.
love Boo. I love it so
That
much.
fat heifer. When I played the game the first time, I wanted them to die in a dish of fire because they treated that girl. They treated Viva with no. I can call her Vivi. I call her Viva. 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 They treated her like she was nothing, like she was worthless. And then the fact that. Let me say something about this game. It relates to a lot of things in real life. now that I played it the second time and thought about it, it relates to a lot of things in real life, especially with that harassment and bullying that Marilyn, whatever her name, she's trying to be Marilyn Monroe, yet look like Joan Rivers.
Marilyn, okay, Marilyn was.
That was that name.
I don't know. I never.
How dare you say that when Joan Rivers is going through something? How dare you?
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
But honestly, but speaking of Marilyn, like, sorry, my memory's not that good, but like, did Marilyn actually do any bully? Like, like, she doesn't say anything.
literally just
Yeah,
as
but she
good
didn't stop
and-
it.
I know,
She
that's
only
true. But all
speaks,
she literally
like,
says is
once
"good."
in chapter.
All she says is "good."
Like they treated Vivian horribly, and like Vivian, and I remember I took a picture of some of the most funny stuff I thought I saw in the game. I love when Beldam's like, prepare for a world-class punishment. I'm like, oh my god, like that is like extreme. But
World class.
world
Yeah,
class, not just a punishment, a world class punishment.
I don't even know what that means. Like, okay,
I
world
don't want
class.
to know.
Wait till Boo shows you.
What?
Yeah, so
Ew.
I had so the enemies, I had no problem with them. With this chapter, that part I thought it relates to real life, and then another part of many parts, the little sub prologues.
Oh, I love the pro. I love the. Wait, are we talking about the things like between the chapters?
Yeah.
I love the I love both of them. Paper Mario 64. I know, keep mentioning them, but I think is this the one where shoot? This is when she meets Tech. TEC the
Yes.
dude. Okay.
Oh
so I
my,
love
we didn't
this
even
one.
talk about the Bogley tree though.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, we gotta get into the tree.
Yeah, like I think Soul mentioned this earlier, but yeah, the Bogley Woods and the whole Bogley tree, like it is just a really weird place. Like it's just,
But it's
but
beautifully
not weird
weird.
in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like it's just different, and it's like in a good way. Like it's just really like different compared to most of the other chapters and most of any other Mario game. Like you don't expect something like Bogley Woods. So I remember the first time I was there, I'm like, is that snow? But then when I jumped,
Exactly!
flowers
I
come
know.
out. Yeah. Like I'm like, is that snow? But then when you jump, flowers come out. I'm like, oh, that's not snow. But what is that? Oh my god! But I love this chapter. It's one of my favorites.
So I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it is really cool. I think at least it's not just, it's one of those things that could, the design is pretty as it is, it could get stale fast, but like as you go inside of it, there's certain things that change. Like you could see something new. Like I don't know, I think there was like a water puzzle at one point. I mean, it was something new besides literally just a whole bunch of bark and weird neon grass. So it was at least a leg up.
Imagine if Paper Mario Thousand Year Door had an HD remake.
Oh my god. I'm getting that in a heartbeat.
Somebody's doing a texture remake of Paper Mario 64. They're making it look like Super Paper Mario's graphics, which I thought was a nice idea.
Ooh.
So anyone else has something to say about chapter 2?
Well, I mean, for chapter 2, cause like the thing is, like in the chapter 1 interlude, like between like chapter 1 and chapter 2, I had to decide between upgrading either Goombella or Koops, cause you only have 3 shine sprites at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, if you upgrade
Both of them are
Goombella, you're gonna
terrible.
have trouble with like the Kleps and the Piranha plants. But like then again, like if you upgrade Koops, you can't really do anything to like the Piders or the Rupups. So I'm like, oh my god. So like it was kind of annoying having to switch partners for like those enemies. The Shadow Sirens I didn't really have a problem with, like maybe when I was younger, because I got annoyed by that Shrink attack and the Freeze attack Beldam did. The Peonies, I kind of got annoyed at times, because like they would just go like cling onto the walls or something, and then like I'd suddenly be missing Peonies. I'm like,
When you're okay, I was like, what are you talking? Oh,
I know exactly what you're talking about, Timmy.
yeah,
I wasn't
It
at
was
first.
pretty annoying. The ending boss. I just bought a bunch of HP drains from the store and then used them all on the boss, so it was pretty easy for me.
Okay then, Timmy. You know what?
That's why I did stock on items my first time. My second time, I don't even think I had a problem with that boss.
What? I had trouble
Magnus
on it.
Von. How much HP does Magnus Von Grapple have?
I'll check right now. Oh,
Oh,
okay
then,
then.
yeah, just use HP drain and bam, you're done.
Well, okay then. You know,
Dang,
I did not do
I
that.
didn't know that.
I did not do that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I'm playing smart, okay?
You know what? You played cheap.
Hacks.
Ooh, Timmy's gonna read you down.
He's not gonna read me down. I know what he does.
He's
I
just
ain't
gonna
cheating, I'm just
explain
playing
it.
the
He doesn't have
game.
to.
He literally basically have said like, "Oh, I played cheap, but you can still do." It's not like he's hacking in the game or literally hacking. So he's doing it. He's doing what you can do. He just is crazy with his timing.
And then the next chapter we have chapter 3.
Wait.
Which,
I wanted to mention something really quick.
Oh,
go
I
ahead.
just wanted to. Jeez, everyone's just so rude today.
You went as
how am I rude?
The moment I speak, it's
No,
like
the
I
problem
didn't
is
say
name?
like
Marilyn
that,
over
but I
here.
thought we were gonna
Go,
move
go,
on,
go
but then we
over
didn't
here.
move on because excuse me.
Did you compare SpiderStaryu to Marilyn?
Yes.
What? Oh, hell no. Okay, let me read SC. Alright, first off.
Read.
Alright, you say, wait. Right as about we're about, oh my god, I can't speak English. Right when we're about to move on. So, if you said it earlier, there wouldn't have been me saying anything. So, in your face with Mace and up
I
your
don't want
nose
to
with
interrupt
rubber
people.
hose.
Oh,
my
rubber
God.
hose.
Anyway, chapter 2, I think this is probably my least favorite because of all the
What?
punies. It looks
punies are
really
boring,
awesome, but the actual playing wise, it's just a chore, and there's so much backtracking.
Yeah, I found it a
in
bit
the tree.
tedious too.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you have to go here and have to go all the way back. And you have to make sure you have all 100, which when I played it yesterday, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was annoying, like with the puny orb and having to like blow them into the bubbles. That was so bad when I played this game for the first time. I think I was there for like half an hour because either I was confused or it didn't work or...
No.
Yeah, at first I didn't know how to get to Punies to the other side, so like when I had to face the Japanese, what the hell do I do?
Yeah, and I think I didn't realize that you have to put the orb in, so I tried to do it when they're just on the edge, and it took ages. When the first time I played. Now I understand.
I remember that part. I was like, what is he talking
Though
about?
I will say it feels so good getting the super boots. I'm like, yes, my jump is upgraded now, and I have to spin jump.
Yes.
I know, right?
And now we move on to chapter 3. And then after we gonna go into like stats and such, but we gonna get through all these chapters real quick, or as we say, real quick. Let's not jinx that.
Quick quotation marks.
Chapter 3 of Glitz and Glory, Glitzville. I hate this.
I hate
the condition.
I hate everything. This is another one of those ones. I agree with SZ with the Great Boggly Tree, by the way. Its playing was kind of boring at parts. This is another one where I love the look of it, but I hate playing it because, like, especially since I want to get that. I like having a certain color Yoshi. Like my favorite one's the white one, the one with the little yellow curl. And it takes a little while to get that all set up. And then I can't stand battling the Iron Clefs because I always forget. Like now it's pretty much drilled in my head. Like when I last played it for the video game launch, I remember what to do. But I didn't know that I had to be defeated, so I just had to I always restarted the game, and I cannot stand the Iron Clefs. So they're now that that's out of the way, I don't have anything else to say on it. So.
Okay, so Glitzville, I know it's not your guys' favorites, but it is so definitely one of my favorites. I think it even beats out Boggly Woods for me, just in terms of story. Like, there's just so much, like, background stuff going on in this town, like
what Boo said.
Yeah, like, Glitzville, like, there is so much going on behind the scenes. Wrestlers getting hurt, wrestlers dying, whatever the case is. Well, not really dying, but...
God,
like, you know, like, basically getting a giant freaking block on top of them and just knocking them out. But, you know, I just love how, like, there's so much secret stuff, and as the chapter progresses, like, you find out the secret stuff, so you find out, oh, this is who X was. Oh, so the macho guy, what's his name? Grubba.
Grubba, sure.
Yeah, Grubba something, I don't remember.
Macho Grubba?
Macho Grubba, yeah. I thought he just said that, but I don't think that's his real name. That's his boss name.
I could check.
Yeah, and I like how they incorporate the plot. The plot, when I first played it, I didn't expect any of that to happen, and the plot was nice. And
Yeah,
at the
you
end,
wouldn't expect any plot.
Yeah, and at the end, that's how good it is to reveal a subplot within the bigger plot. It takes a lot to do that.
Like, you don't even expect it to happen, and it does.
Yeah, like, I don't, of course, like Timmy, I don't like the requirements, and I'm pretty sure no one here likes the requirements
I
that you
get
have to
so
do.
mad when I get either no SP, no jumping, don't let Mario or your partner attack, and those just get me so mad.
Like I don't like the requirements thing, but what I like is just the story. If that makes sense, I like the story of the
Of
chapter.
course.
Yeah, I like the chapter's like atmosphere, but like the actual gameplay, no. And I also really hate that email chain quest where you had to run all over the place.
Dun, 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 dun. I love
Oh my
that.
god.
Do.
SZ, you have anything to say?
I'm playing it right now, actually, as we speak.
Oh, did we
and
spoil it for you?
actually, a little bit because I can't really remember what happens at the end. But yeah, I think it's a really unique way to do, just to kind of play on the whole battle thing, to actually have a battle arena. And I don't know, I just think they did it really well. And I always thought that it'd be cool if Paper Mario ever had online, that this would be kind of how it works.
Watch me be ranked number 1.
What?
Timmy!
Yeah, because Timmy knows how to cheat. I keep saying that. I don't know why. Like, Timmy.
You're only saying it because Boo said it.
Boo. No, yeah, no. I'm only saying that because Boo drilled it in my head. There's a difference.
See his videos.
I had. That's why. Like I've been watching.
Plug in. Check out Timmy's channel, Mr. Timtendo.
Yeah, cheating ass.
Oh my god!
Cheating.
Boo. Boo.
Cheating. If it ain't cheating, it's a fake. Well, Super Guard he cheats because I don't know how that.
Oh wait, so we're talking about Glitzville, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, SC. Did you find out what a special move is yet?
Oh,
You're
shut.
rude. You're very. Staryu literally goes.
Don't finish that sentence.
Staryu
Don't
literally
finish
goes
that.
before the
Okay,
podcast.
this is what
And-
happened. I got up this morning and I wanted to play some more before the
He woke up like
podcast,
this.
and it said, "Don't use special moves." So I was like, "Oh wait, what's a special move? Does that include FP or is that just the star power stuff?" And I just typed it in the chat, and I looked when I got into the battle, and it said special in the menu. So I'm like, okay, clearly this is what it is. And everyone lost their mind in the chat. Oops.
I did not say a word.
I wasn't on.
I was on.
We
this.
we didn't lose our mind. We just face palmed.
With caps and like, oh my gosh, how could you?
I did not
Because
say a
how
word.
do you
I did
not
not
know what
say a
special
word.
move is?
This doesn't matter.
They- I guess-
You should
I
have
guess-
seen the special about you since chapter
Exactly.
1.
That's like asking.
Shade.
What? That's like asking. How do I jump?
Okay,
Like,
no,
what's a
it's
jump?
not because special
Yes,
could have been special. It could have been called star power special. It could have been called anything. I wanted to be sure.
Well,
Isn't it
as
called something
they
else in,
even
like-
say, whenever you get a crystal star, you get a special move. That should have been established.
Okay,
Please.
let
Ooh.
me,
I know,
let me
actually,
be clear.
no,
When I've been
I
playing
can
this
justify.
game on the
I can
emulator-
justify with this.
Let me
Sorry.
finish.
I know I will.
Oh my gosh, my mind's going everywhere. When I've been playing this game, I've been hitting on the emulator the tab button and speeding through. I have not.
Yeah,
been reading
that's what I did.
text.
That's what I was gonna say. It was like SZ probably, since he was on emulator, was either just keep pressing A and not reading it, which I did in every single game that's dialogue heavy, or had the tab button, which I don't think my emulator does because I think he has a different engine. But I
Wow,
could-
you guys just speed through the text?
Which is
Well,
a real
No,
shame because
my
this game
first
has
time,
great
I-
dialogue.
yeah,
I
that's
did
one of the
'cause I know-
best.
I did.
My
'cause I know the
first
story.
time, no. My second time, yes.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
not my
I can
first-
never
Except
do that.
Goombella. Except Goombella. I didn't speed down her text.
Mm.
And then that leads to chapter 4. The one that has the most going back and
Oh,
forth.
I don't like this
Jesus.
chapter at all.
That when I played it the second time, it got me pissed because I knew I had to go back and forth, back and forth.
The only reason why I like this chapter is because it's the Vivian chapter. This is where everything is about it's pretty much focused around the Shadow Sirens, and then there's like that it's like Shadow Sirens, and then there's like the little weird understory where basically like somebody's stolen my identity, or their
Dupless.
pigs getting kidnapped. That's what
You want to know the shade with Dupless? I typed Dupless with a lowercase d, and it didn't accept it.
No, you the capital. Did you do it the capital P? Is that what you meant?
Oh no, I had to do a capital D, the beginning letter. I had to put a capital letter.
Wait,
It wouldn't accept lowercase.
but you're supposed. The D is available at the beginning. The P's not available.
Yeah, but we
No,
wouldn't
I
accept
talking about
it.
after I got the P, I put a lowercase Dupless,
Oh.
and they didn't accept it. It had to be a capital D.
Oh.
I'm like, are you serious?
Like, okay then.
when I first did it, it didn't work. I'm like, I typed it in right. No, at first I was thinking, what happens if you use the lowercase d? Use it, didn't work. uppercase, it worked. I'm like, I cannot.
One thing I like the creepy steep. Is that how you say creepy
Yes.
steeple?
Yeah.
Well, I like the chapter. I like the mansion. I just like how that little place is. It's so haunted and just like it's abandoned. But I don't like going back and forth, back and forth.
I know.
Going over to see Dupless one time, then going back over to get Vivian, because Vivian, for sisters looking for the super bomb, whatever. Then you have to go back over there to find the letter P, and what else? Just talk to the parrot, find the letter P. Then you have to go back and tell Dupless, this is your name, Dupless. Then after that, you have to go back for the 5th time back to Creepy Steeple, and you have to beat Dupless with your partners. It is so annoying. That's like 5 times going back and forth, back and forth.
Well, oddly, like, Sleepy Stomp ended up being my favorite that chapter. And,
What?
let's talk about those amazing daisies.
You were
Oh my
cheating.
god. Amazing Daisy.
I saw one, but I couldn't do a thing. I was Mario by himself. I couldn't just defeat it with Mario by himself.
I saw maybe like 2 or 3, and I think I defeated one of them. I
I
don't really
one,
care for
but,
them.
like... well, I mean, I have a trick for killing them during Chapter 4.
Art Attack.
No, I said during Chapter 4, before you get Art Attack.
Oh, okay.
What do you do?
What is it?
Well, I mean, first you have to go through Pit of 100 Trials and, like, get the Sleepy Stomp, so that's on
You
full
already
time.
do. Oh my god, you
Well,
really
no,
already.
not the whole pit. I go through, like, the half of it so I can get the
Okay.
same set,
Oh,
too.
I went to like chapter 7. Level 70. Wow, what
Okay,
a
then,
fail!
boo.
I went to level 70 on the Pit of 100 Trials before chapter. I think before chapter 4. Before chapter 4, I went to like level 50. They got that strange pack, whatever. After chapter 4, I went to like level 70, and then Timmy told me to quit. And then after I realized I told him my item list, he told me to continue. I was like, too bad. Now I left.
Well, seriously. But anyways, to kill the Amazing Daisy, like, in Chapter 4, like, before you get Art Attack, what I have to do is I have to Sleepy Stop and hope it falls asleep. If not, then I just run away and like, I keep trying until it falls asleep. Then when it falls asleep, I make sure, like, my partner does nothing in the same turn. And then, and then I power lift, getting the attack boost on Mario and my partner, preferably Goombella. And then after I make sure Goombella does nothing again, then I have Mario and Goombella attack the Amazing Daisy at once. And then bam, you get like 47 star points.
Well, I saw one, but I was Mario by myself. I didn't even get Vivian yet, so I was screwed. I was like, really?
The first
And then after when I was coming back, there was another one, and I'm like, I can't do anything.
The first time I encounter Amazing Daisy, I just tattle it and then run. I'll automatically run, because I know that I can't fight it without the Art Attack. At least, I know Timmy has his way, but I don't do that, so like, I just tattle it, get out, until I get the Art Attack. Then I could just circle around it a bunch of times, then I can use like something like Thunder Rage, and bam, it's dead. So that's what I do.
So, SZ, you have anything to say?
I think just like the second level chapter, it looks really awesome. Like, this was just so cool to see in a Mario game, and just in general, it was really beautiful.
Also, SZ, when you played it on an emulator, the boo's gonna glitch up, so you can't tell if you're being lifted or not. They're gonna glitch up. So only thing I can say is just keep on attacking with your hammer, doing that spin hammer.
Well, you can tell if
whatever.
you're going slower. It's the boost.
Yeah, I didn't tell that at first, and then I got lifted and rejected out the castle.
The atomic boo is optional, right?
Yeah, but I still kill it so that I don't have to like super hammer the boost off me every time I enter the freaking mansion.
Did you guys do that the first time? Did you know, like, did you run into it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the first time I played the game, I did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know you had to. I didn't know you had to do that spin hammer thing, and then after when they rejected me, I got back in there. I got pissed off, so I started hitting everything in the path. I started raging.
Something funny like I found about fighting Dupless the first time. Like if you take out all his HP before he copies you and regains 10 HP back. I'm like, what? You're supposed to be dead. Jesus.
Yeah,
He likes
that
to
because
cheat.
that because you knocked all the power out. I don't even
I
know
like
how.
what I like is that when you first go into the mansion, there's this boo that appears and he's like, "Are you gonna be mean to me?" And I say yes. He's like, "Then go away, meanie." I love that. Like he's like, "Are you
Yeah.
gonna be mean to me?" And it's like, "Yes, no." And I always pick yes. Always gotta pick yes.
And when all the boots pop out the box, I guess how many was right, and they gave me. I think they give you an ultra
Yeah,
shroom.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
They gave you an ultra.
They called me a math nerd. I was surprised.
They knew you.
I was like, what happened was I save stated.
What? Ugh.
Yeah, I did save state.
I thought
and
you,
then
like,
I just wanted to
guessed
see what I just wanted to see what happened if you get it right.
I don't think I guessed it right.
And then that leaves. Oh, I think there's only 3 more chapters left. No, we got 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
So chapter 5, key to pirates, keyhole reef.
Can't stand this chapter.
I don't
That's-
mind it, but I don't like it that much.
I don't like Cortez. He just annoys me. He's an annoying battle. The entire plot's kind of boring. It's just it's a really I like the look of it. Like the actual keyhole. I think it's called keyhole key. I actually really like the I'm stuttering. The cavern parts, but like everything in the jungle, which is most of it, is just boring. I think this is when you get the boat, which I really I kind of like the boat, and I really like Bobbery because unlike Bombette from Paper Mario 64, you can put him up on a ledge. You can use him and blow him up on a ledge, which I thought was I know it's like such a simple idea, but it's actually kind of unique. So I do like that part. That's pretty much it. Like I don't really like much about this chapter because it's like the speed bump of the game.
I'm not too fond of it because, like, again, like, you have to go through, like, quite a bit of backtracking, like, going to, like, the skull, whatever, and then returning back to, like, the base, and then you have to keep doing that over and over, and Bobbery, like, I don't think he's, like, a bad partner, but, like, he's not, like, that useful to me, and, like...
Oh, I love him.
And Cortez, like, I think he was alright, but, like, it wasn't, like, anything, like, too special. So,
The Pirate Grotto, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Grotto. What do I think? It's not like a bad chapter. It's just kind of like not really that interesting to me. I found going through the Pirate Grotto so annoying. Like going to this place, going to that place, going over here. Then you have to get to this place. You got to go across these barrels. You have to jump on these barrels really carefully because if you fall into the water, you're gonna go right back to that ship thing. Like, you know when you're about to get cursed and that the curse is going to give you the boat power? Before you get to that part, you got to jump across these barrels, and if you freaking fail, you got to go all the way back, and then they'll send you all the way back, and you have to jump over them all over again.
I never had a problem
Which I
with
did.
jumping, like, wood barrels. Actually, then again, that chapter hated me when I was platforming. But, like, I hated, like, when you're in the boat, and then you have to, like, dodge the waves, like, to get to the next section.
Those waves are hell.
I got so mad at that.
They're ugh.
If you clip the wave, it takes you all the way back. And my thing with the emulator, they make the boat 2 times bigger. They make every paper thing 2 times bigger. Instead of regular size, they double the size. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know. And then after I be thinking the hitbox is there when the hitbox is somewhere else, I'm like, you know what? And the waves, it's not like the waves are helpful. The waves are literally random. The waves are random. They're not coming
like,
for you.
The waves would literally spawn on me, like, right when I got to the end. I'm like, oh, come on, are you for real? I would just get so mad.
Yeah, but there's nothing spectacular for me about this chapter. Nothing. So I can move on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, chapter 6, 3 days of excess.
Yes, I love this chapter. The boss is kind of stupid.
Yeah, I
love
the
the
boss
chapter.
the boss is kind of stupid. But I really like the chapter.
The train, let's just say, oh yeah, NC, when you play on the emulator, the boss gonna be glitched, so you can't see the boss.
These emulators are just terrible.
Only thing I remember, Timmy said, either Thunder Rage, get rid of the arms, and then Power Bounce. That's what I did. Thunder Rage, the Power Lift.
That's what I do.
Yeah, Power Lift. I did Power Lift, then Goombella Thunder Rage. Goombella Tattle, I switched Power Lift. That's what I did. I switched to power lift while I had what's the little boy name? Yoshi. While I had him out, I did the power lift.
Oh my god, we didn't even say like what we named all our Yoshis.
Oh, I don't know what I named. I named my Yoshi on my first game.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
That's why I usually name my Yoshi because I'm boring.
When the first time I played the game ever, I had an orange Yoshi and I named him after me. You know, Michael. I named him Michael. And then the second time and on, I always get the white Yoshi because I time it.
Yes.
All right, I have Timmy's skills. All right, I took Timmy's Paper Mario skills and I time it perfectly. And I always get the white Yoshi and I always name him Comet.
That reminds me though, I always thought like the white Yoshi, I thought it was supposed to be like light blue or something because that did not look like white.
Yeah, it's definitely not white.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you time it? What are we talking about?
It depending on.
Okay, you know when you first get the Yoshi egg, right? From the
Yes.
hot dog place? Alright, from there on, you have to time it until you run away from the iron clefts. So from that point on until you run away from the iron clefts, once that happens, then time will stop, and depending on what minute you got, you will get a certain colored Yoshi.
And there's a
okay.
cycle. There's a cycle too, and if you don't get
Yeah,
that,
go just like you can go on the Mario Wiki site and like they have all the times there. For the white Yoshi, it takes 19 to 20 minutes. So
I think he's the longest one.
yeah, he's the longest one. But I just like literally, like when I get to the battle with the Iron Clefs, it's like 15 minutes. I just wait 4 minutes and then do it. You just get your iPod and just time it.
I think I got black the very first time I played.
I think I got the green one. The one he's this green, right? Yeah, I don't remember his name.
So and then before Posse Hype, you got Riverside Station, which was kind of bland. It was nice to have a little place there, but it was nothing of uniqueness.
Well, I mean,
The
day
game
one
was
was kind of
missing
boring
the
because
desert, so.
well, day one was kind of boring because like there's no actual like battling. It's more like you're just solving mysteries. They have to like run back and forth in the train. Day two was a bit more interesting, but like a bit like it still wasn't like that exciting. But oh my god, I'm so happy you get those ultra boots. I'm like, yes, that power boost, give it to me. Aside from that though, there wasn't anything like that interesting about day two. Day three is like when it actually like picks up because like the sports. I love fighting the sports and like you know how I hack and like beat the boss with ease.
He cheats. He doesn't hack. Boo says he hacks, but he just cheats.
I'm not gonna lie, my second time beating the boys was too easy. I beat them in 2 turns.
Smorg.
I think no, 3 turns. With only Mario doing the last attack.
Smorg.
I can't stand those smart.
I can't stand them because they're annoying to defeat. They're all over the place at one point, but the boss is rather easy. But I just don't like the Smorgs. Like all of this chapter is really good, but I mean it was kind of a random chapter. So, like it was a very weird chapter, so I understand the randomness of having a weird like virus thingy on it. But like really, like this, it was kind of lame.
Oh yeah, but one thing I found like kind of silly is that like you know how you jump into the water, you take damage, right? Apparently, if you jump in the pool or the fountains of Apache Heights, there's still the chomp there that still bites you, and you take 1 HP of damage. I'm like, for real?
I found that stupid. They made sure that you cannot swim in water. That's all they did. They made sure you
they don't
can't
want to
swim
get
in
you
water.
wet. Like if paper gets wet, you crumple.
It's good that Luigi is solving all the mysteries.
Oh, I love the Luigi side quests.
You don't get it?
Soul don't get
I don't
it.
get
You don't get it? Boo explain.
Pennington the Penguin. He calls Mario Luigi.
Oh.
All throughout the game, he called Luigi. Even at the final chapter when they all chanting for Mario, he's like, Mario, what about Luigi? I was like, are you serious?
Okay, I thought he was just referencing the Luigi side quest.
I was like, damn, someone's taking a little while to get with the frickin' memo.
Like, why would you think of Luigi? Like, come on now.
I mean, it actually kind of like well, because the thing is, it kind of made sense for me because once I entered the Apache section, I got the Luigi badge and I put it on, so like I was technically being Luigi.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had color. It was just there was a Wario badge and a Luigi badge, right? There was no Waluigi badge.
Well, I mean, if you put them both on, then you
that
become
was
Waluigi.
I think I didn't use that. I should have. I love the Waluigi.
I have a question. for everybody. Do you guys like it when the game kind of goes away from the battle system and tries to do things like the whole detective thing? Like, do you like it when they try to mix it up like that, or do you want them to focus more on trying to get battles integrated?
They did that because I think they did that because they didn't want the game to be straight linear. They had many side things to do and stuff to keep you engaged. The first and foremost, no matter, because it was a little bit boring doing the detective thing, but it's just to keep you engaged. It's just to keep you engaged in the game and not think. It's not like
it was something different. And
the characters were more involved, like not just your partners, but all characters all around you. They were more involved.
Yes, Gold. Oh, what's his name?
Gold Bob
and his son.
Bub.
And his and you have Zip Toad and Madam whatever that woman name is. I don't know.
Toodles.
Yes, her. And you have so many characters. That's what I like about this game. They put non-playable characters and playable characters. They made interactions.
That's what I love about it, the dialogue. I don't know how anyone can skip the dialogue in this game. That's the best part. Every time I play the game, I gotta go slow with it.
And the fact that you gotta use the dialogue to know where you're going next is ridiculous. You have to use it. It's not like they even tell you, go to Bogley Woods. They actually incorporated the words. You gotta pay attention. I'm like, oh, okay.
Don't you also love how the dialogue just breaks the fourth wall at times?
Yeah, especially Goombella.
Oh, Goombella is the best.
Anything else with Chapter 6?
No. Pennington is cool, I guess.
Chapter 7.
Oh,
Mario
Lord.
Shoots the Moon.
I don't like this chapter.
Do anyone gets that title, Mario Shoots the Moon, except Honey Bunches, because he played it?
What do you mean, gets? Like, it
Mario Shoots the Moon, you get the pun?
shoots the... No.
I feel like once you say it, I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to think.
Honey Bunches, you know the pun, right?
Do I know the pun?
Yeah, Mario Shoots the Moon, where they got that pun from.
I think I understand it, but I'm not sure. You're making me nervous.
Who played the game Hearts, the card game Hearts?
Oh, Shoot the Moon. Okay.
Oh, wait. I thought I know what you're talking about, but I was thinking of something else, so I didn't know what you were talking about.
That's where they got that
I was
pun
thinking
from.
of a nursery rhyme for some reason. I was like, oh, that's what you mean. Oh.
And one thing I hate, General White.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's boring.
Hell
The
no.
General White chase, that day takes like 30 minutes or something. I'm like,
He has a better mustache than Mario, though.
oh, Lord.
Yeah. He rocks it all day.
It was
The
ridiculous.
fact that you have to go... I understand the pipes, because I took the pipes, but for like Glitzville, you had to take the blimp.
I know.
I'm like, oh my god. When I figured that out, I'm like... I just got enraged. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
I know. I'm like, I never want to return to Blitzville again.
And then I had to go back there just to get information that he all the way somewhere else. I'm like, how did this man do it?
An old man doing that.
And then oh my god, when he sleeps.
Oh my god, you had to say yes 11 times
Oh,
in a row.
hell
I'm
no.
like, oh my god.
I
He's
said
dead
yes
asleep.
like
Try
10
again.
times and I quit. I was like, I ain't doing this. How you wake him up? I threw the bomb at him and nothing happened. I'm like, oh my god, can he wake up? And then after I just was pressing it out of rage and then he finally wakes up. I'm like, you serious? And I asked Timmy, he's like, you have to do it 11 times in a row. I'm like,
One thing that's interesting about the far outpost, is that the bombs there, like what Boo said, it's relating to real world events. The bombs there are racist.
yes, they are.
They don't speak to anyone who's not
Except
a bomb.
Yeah.
So they are racist. I'm like, oh my god, how dare you?
They're also in like a secluded, icy area, so like, there's that.
That's why I like this game incorporate a lot of things about real life, especially with Tech. You have Tech, Vivian, and then these bombs, and then like they trying to throw their little shade in.
Well, I mean, like, at first...
I don't know about any canon. I'm like, please.
At first, like, when the guy's like, oh, we don't know about Canada, at first, I didn't know you had to switch to Bobbery and then talk to him. I'm like, wait, how am I supposed
Same.
to progress?
I went back, mind you, my second time playing the game. I went back to Franklin, and then he said, oh, I skipped the text by mistake. He's like, oh, they can only speak to people of their own kind. I'm like, then when I thought about it, I'm like, really? So I gotta go all the way back there, dodge the first piranhas and all that stuff, and then get back there and take out Bobbery. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh, I guess I'm lucky because the first time I did it, I already had Bobbery out. So,
Oh, you lucky.
Oh, but frost piranhas are not fun to deal with. Freeze is never fun to deal with.
Mm.
And what's also not fun to deal with is how slow you go on the moon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
oh, hell no. I hate the damn moon.
I don't like this chapter at all. So
The enemies didn't even get me mad. Just the moon.
The moon, oh my god, I can't.
Going slower than some people's minds.
Ooh.
And I felt like I went even slower when I was riding Yoshi. I'm like, forget it. I'm not riding Yoshi.
Oh yeah, and then you have to try dodging those rigs for the freaking Z-Yuxes. And it's like,
Which spits real fast.
oh my god.
Anything? Do you have anything to say about Chapter 7?
It's probably not my least favorite, but it's down there. It's not very. It's just meh.
and it's like the moon too. Like it shouldn't be that boring.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, imagine someone using slow go on the moon. I would rage quit if I ever had to do that.
God.
So Chapter 7, the moon killed me, and even in the that little base, that base, I'm like, I just didn't care for it.
Oh yeah, but speaking of the moon, one thing I find weird is that like in this game, like you can breathe out in space perfectly fine without a helmet, but then in Super Paper Mario, when you're in the outer space level, you need the helmet. I'm like, what?
Well, there's no continuity. I don't even think there's continuity between the two. In fact,
Okay, whatever.
In fact, like Francis treats the characters as if they're from a game. Like he's fans of them for some weird reason. He has all those Ratchet posters of like Lady Bow, and I don't think he actually has an
Ratchet.
8,000 Year Door pictures. But that's beside the point. All right.
Then onwards to Chapter 8,
I
the 1,000-Year Door.
I love.
Oh, what happened?
I love the look of the 1,000-Year Door.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, the Palace of Shadow is very neat. The what are they called? I don't remember what they're called.
What called? Who's called?
Why am I forgetting the Shadow Sirens? I love
The
that
Shadow Sirens?
Yeah, I don't know why I forgot that. Love that they're there.
You know, I would really like to know like more about their species. Like,
Yeah, because
I
they're the
don't-
only of the species. They're just weird. Well, no, actually, they're part of the Shadow. I'm not gonna spoil it. Just come
segue.
Should I mention it now?
Chapter 8, I really didn't care for it.
What?
I love Chapter 8.
No, the riddles, that little tower of riddles, I loved it.
Yeah,
me too.
okay. I thought you were being like.
I solved it the first time I did it.
It
Because
wasn't
now
that hard.
when I played the second time, I actually understood what the riddles say. And then there's the one with the two switches, and they said before whatever
Yeah, my
that.
first time
Oh
playing
my
it,
God.
I was like,
realized
how do you
what
go
the-
through that?
Wait,
I've
what?
realized they said activate after all 7. I'm like, oh, you do all the other 7 rooms, then you come back to this room. I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid.
Actually,
No, actually, no, that's
That's not
actually
what you
still
should
not
do.
it. You can do that room
That's not it
anytime.
either. Cause I hit the switches before. No, the switches changed. Cause for me the switches can't change color. They were blue when I entered the room before I got to the second floor. After I completed everything and realized I forgetting the key and went back there, the switches were red.
but is that how it is? I don't think that's how it is.
No, it's not like that. Cause well, I mean, I took out Goobella so that I can understand. So it's like when she says wait, was it beyond, or and before?
Yeah.
Before? Okay.
3 Beyonds.
Okay.
Beyond,
yeah, so-
beyond, before.
Yeah, because she's like beyond means the left block and then before means the right block. So it's like, are you with me, Mario? I'm like, oh wait, that means you have to hit the left block 3 times and then the right one 2 times. I'm like, oh.
For me, the blocks changed color. They were blue when I entered the room the first time. When I came back there, they were red.
Probably
And then
'cause
when
I
I
know
did-
your stuff.
And then when I did this, then when I finally did the jump thing, cause I did the 3 first, 3 for the left one, 2 for the right one, nothing happened. And that's why I thought that it said activate after them 7, whatever after 7. I thought you had to do all the 7 rooms first and then come back to that room, cause that's how it only worked for me.
Oh, well, I'm not sure about that. I gotta try that sometime.
No, for me it didn't work like that.
I don't even
So
remember what I
that
did.
means it doesn't work like that, Boo.
I don't remember what I did, so...
I was laughing so hard when Boo was saying it.
Sorry, Boo.
No, I better stop right now.
For me, that's what happened.
Maybe.
As
Maybe
for
Because
the
it
boss,
wouldn't work.
Maybe
I
it's
tell
just
you that
emulator
for a fact, it wouldn't work.
as for the bosses, like I found like most of them like pretty like fun to fight, and like Gloomtail. What? When I first fought Gloomtail, and then he says that Hooktail was his sister. I'm like, wait, Hooktail's a girl? I
Aw.
didn't know that.
Same.
Which is
The first time I played the game, I was like, "What? Hooktail's a girl?"
But then again, like they referred to Hooktail as a he like 2 times, like in chapter 1. So I'm like, okay, this is confusing.
So anything? Do you have anything to say about chapter 8?
This is like the very final everything, right? There's nothing after this, right?
Well, it's a long chapter to get to the final boss.
Yeah, and like the bosses were like pretty easy for the most part, but like Grodus got me so mad when he produces like those Grodus X's. I'm like, he produces them every turn. Oh lord.
I don't even know why they were in there if they were gonna be so annoying.
Also, tell me why when you face what's his name, Groudus, whatever, Grodus.
It's Grodus.
Grodus.
Oh.
When you face Grodus and Bowser came, I was unprepared. Don't you know I only had 1 HP left? I only had 1, and I made that 1 work. I used that sweet feast and that power thing. I defeated Bowser before Cammy Cooper. Cammy Cooper had me rolling. Let me get about her. When she came for Glitzville and had all the balloons and such, she had me rolling. And she's throwing shade. And she knows she's throwing shade. I love her. I really love her because she had me rolling. She really do. That's a character I can laugh about because the things she said, I'm like, you tried it.
I love it when she's like getting a ticket from the cheap guy, and she's like, "You there? 2 tickets. 1 great and evil king, and 1 sweet young thing." I'm like, ugh.
Like, ew,
There ain't
bro.
nothing sweet and young about that.
The throwing shade.
Crusty and old, maybe.
I think Cammy and Bowser have the best dialogue. I mean, and from what I've been playing, what I can remember, she's just so dumb sometimes, and it just works really well because they're both just dumb in this game.
And to think that they were evil masterminds in the last Paper Mario game. Oh.
But one thing I love about Cammy Koopa is that was when she talks to the Puny Elder, then the Puny Elder gets mad with her for like calling her old, and then it's like, oh, excuse me, no, you the old one, or something like that.
Yeah, because she's ancient. She's older than Bowser.
Hack fight.
Oh yeah, that's why I chose for Bowser hack fight.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That had me laugh when you could be able to choose that. I'm like, yes.
Hag fight.
That's what I like about this game. The little nitpicks here and there make you laugh.
And the Shadow Queen, I think we should talk about. The Shadow
She
Queen.
ratchet.
The final
I beat
boss.
the Shadow the second time. No, the first time I was lucky enough to beat her. I had like 50 HP, so I'm like, yes, I can do this. My second time only had 15 HP.
What?
I only had 15 HP.
Why?
I thought, did I even? You start off with like you start with 10 HP. I think I update level up HP once. I had 81 BP.
Oh, you're just doing like basically a BP focused.
Yeah.
As for me, I think I had like
Focused run.
Tim focused run. I think I had maybe like
Timmy centric run.
I think I might have had like 45.
I played like a glass
50.
cannon.
I nuked the hell out of that boss the second when I played it my second time. Stampede got rid of them arms. Mario Power Punch started like at 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. I'm like, I was just sitting there like, really? Her HP, 1/3 of it gone. I used Yoshi, another third of it gone. Mario, done. Game over. I'm like, I beat the game that quick. I'm like, that's the first, and then I got another level up. I'm like, what can I do now? The game is done. It said level up. I'm like, really?
For me, when I did it, I had, okay, what did I have? Okay, let's see. I did the power lift. I had Vivian, and I just kept doing the fiery jinx. The fiery jinx.
Yes, I did that.
I just did the power lift. Kept doing fiery jinx. But the first time, I kept using Miss Mouse for the first time I ever played, and that was a really tough battle.
Why would you use Miss Mouse?
I was a kid. Like, I was like 8 years old, 8 or 9.
Yeah,
8,
honestly,
9 or
like
10.
my first time playing it when I was like not like a glass cannon, like I had like the 50
a glass.
I had like
Cheating.
the 50 HP FP thing. Like I lost like all my partners minus Yoshi, but I didn't want to send out Yoshi because like he can't do like. Cause like I didn't like boost attack power back then, so I'm like, what the hell do I do? Like I barely won, but man, it was really hard. But then after I developed like a BP focused run, I'm like, okay, this is easy.
I had trouble with it this time because Vivian died. I forgot like what happened, but Vivian died. So I think I used all of my power, whatever. I used it all because I just kept using Stampede. I had to use Stampede because all of my others weren't exactly powerful. Like I guess I could have used Bobbery, but honestly, it just wasn't worth it. And I think I had maybe out of 50 HP, maybe 45. I had 5 left, ish. Maybe that's a rough estimate because I beat it Wednesday, so I don't remember stats correctly, but I did do the same strategy as the Staryu powerlift and whatever it's called, powerlift and fiery jinx. Then I just keep using that and hoping I can just defeat her, and I almost did. I was very close, but I used Stampede like once or twice, and she was dead.
From what I can remember when I played it the first time, I know I used Supernova all the time, and I think my partners were Vivian and Bobbery. I think, but I remember using Supernova as much as possible because I think that's the one where all the lines go through, right?
That's Art Attack. I thought.
No, Supernova.
No, that's
is, like,
Supernova.
I'm sorry. He's right. He's right. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I think the reason I used that is because it got rid of the hands and you dealt some damage on her herself.
Those dang hands.
I would get so mad when she does the HP draining attack.
Exactly. That's why Vivian died.
I didn't get a chance for her to do that attack.
Yeah, because you defeated her in what, 2 turns?
3 turns.
Is she also the one that like absorbs the crowd?
Yeah.
She's
got
one
the
of the
max
crowd that does that. She's one of the bosses that
It's
do
so
that.
Exactly.
disturbing. The first time I saw that with Hooktail, I was like, oh my god.
Oh, the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh my god! I literally jumped back. I'm like, oh my god! I can't believe this is literally happening.
I love how they did play with it though. Like
Even Cortez did that.
But I think it's really cool how they kind of like played with it. Like the audience doesn't do much. They show you if you got good action commands, but they actually kind of incorporate not action commands. I'm sorry, star power. And I like how they actually kind of did something unique. Like I don't know, the audience gets eaten by Hooktail. I think did a.
Hooktail, Cortez, Shadow Queen. I don't know if Gloomtail did. I don't think he did.
I thought Gloomtail could. I don't think he ever did for me, but I think he might be able to. But that's besides the point. I think that was a really cool idea. She did not actually ever suck up the audience. I think I defeated her before she could.
Oh my god! Another person did it. Magnus von Grapple too.
Oh, he does.
He would suck it up and just throw all the audience at you.
That was funny.
That mega attack that if you have 15 HP, you gonna die.
Oops.
Forget that, boo. If you had 20 HP, you're gonna die.
But I didn't let him get I did not let him get a chance to do that. When I attacked him with Mario, his HP was already low. The only thing I had to do was just Yoshi, and that's it.
Oh, what?
Alright, so I think we should talk about badge setup.
Oh,
Yes,
don't please. I have nothing to say here.
My second time of badge setup was I had quick change, lucky, whatever the thing is. Don't you know I had 3 power plus P and 2
What?
power plus?
Why?
I just sent you a pic because I like the power of my characters. Don't you know what's name did 8 damage? Goombella did like her own 14, 16. I
Whoa.
was doing damage. My base was so high.
What'd you get?
I had 2 power. Huh?
Never mind.
I had 2 power plus B. I mean 2 regular power plus 3 power plus P, I had P down. I had P up, D down 2 times. I had one for me, one for my partner. I had jump man, and I had all or nothing. So I was just like ridiculous. My power was so bad that if I did a power lift and power bounce, I'm already doing 13, 14 damage depending on how good or bad I go. And I had ice power. I didn't have spike tap. I think I had something. I had two flower saver P, and I had 2 regular flower savers. It's ridiculous.
I want to see the badge setup because that's how much BP did you have by the end of the game?
84.
Oh, 84. Oh, no, that's Timmy that had 60. Okay, 84. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say that's a lot of BP being taken up.
That's like way too much for me. I would never be able to do that.
Yeah, my thing is that when I had that much BP, I was trying to figure out what other badge I can wear. Because I had them all equipped. I'm like, I'm not using these others, so I just equip something stupid like damage dodge.
You see, with Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, you can do that. You can go for BP mainly. But for Paper Mario the original, you can't really do that because Mario's the one who takes damage. The partners don't take any damage, so it's kind of harder to just
plus
get
you can't
BP.
super guard either, so no damage nullification.
So you need to boost HP in there. But my badge setup. Let me see what we got. Okay. I had lots of. You see, ever since Timmy taught me how he played, I just can't play the game normally anymore. Timmy changed.
That's
my
why
way.
I don't want to know how he does it. Like I know his like slide techniques, but I don't know his whole like gist of it. So I don't want to.
Oh please.
Yeah, they are slide
They are
techniques.
slide
Excuse
techniques.
me.
They're part of the game, son.
Yeah, but it's
Ooh.
slide. You're using them very sneakily. They're in the game.
Smart.
Please, my hammer did 10 damage. My hammer, I just used the hammer by if like before I start to do my first blow, whatever thing. If I use the hammer, it did 9, 10 damage depending on person defense.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. What badge setup did I have? I had 2 Power Plus. Then I had 1 Power Plus P. Then I had 1 Power Up D down. Then I had 1 All or Nothing.
Oh.
I always have the Charge and Charge P. Always get that. What else do I use? Okay. Wait. Okay, I use Lucky Day. I don't use Peekaboo. I always thought that was... It's fine in, like, the original Paper Mario, but I don't use it in Thousand Year Door because I like to tattle everything. So if I don't see any HP, I automatically make sure I tattle it. I get the Spike Shield, Quick Change, then any extras like Tornado Jump or Sleepy Stomp or something like that.
Oh, I use Sleepy Stomp. I like that.
Zap Tap, just... at the end, I usually just use, like, bonus stuff, like... Sometimes I'll get a damage, what's it called? Damage...
Dodge?
No, defend plus, not the damage dodge. Defend plus. So I do that, or I do things like that. So I become really technical. Not as technical as Timmy. Alright, but I'm like at least like 3 levels down, but at least it's like high up. Like Timmy's like a 15, I'm like at least like, a 10 or a 9. So
I think I had an All or Nothing. I don't know why I never equipped it. I definitely didn't equip it.
All or Nothing's like at the end of the game though.
Yeah.
I know. I think I got it. I don't know why I never equipped it though. I think it's in the pause shop actually.
Yeah, as for my match setup, it's pretty much like Boo's, which she ended up copying from me after seeing me play.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, so like, well, except for the 3rd Power Plus P, because you have to get, because the 3rd Power Plus P, like, you have to get that from an enemy drop, but, so.
Yeah, I was lucky.
So I have to resort to
I had
P
so
up,
many,
down.
can I tell you one thing I had? Did y'all get, like, I had 1,000 Defend Plus.
Whoa.
No, I had, like, I think I had 3 each, Defend Plus P and Defend Plus.
Well, I know that you get, like, 2 of each, like, in the game, but, like, the 3rd one's, like, you'd have to get, like, from an enemy.
Oh.
But yeah, as for me, like, my batch setup was pretty much like Boo's, where, like, I had, like, all those power items, so, like, Power Plus times 2, Jumpman, All or Nothing, P up, D down. Then I have, like, other, like, insurance things, like, Ice Power, Spike Shield. I also have Feeling Fine badges, because status is annoying, especially Confusion.
Yes, I had those as well.
Then I have things like Multi-Bounce, Flower Saver, and that adds up to, like, a lot of BP, but hey, like, that's how I play the game. And, like, like I never really feel like I need to like boost my HP or FP that high. Like I just need like 15 in each, I'll be good. Cause like I could do like a lot of things for like just like 1 FP or something. But like I also change like badges accordingly depending on like where I am. So like let's say like I'm in Pit of 100 Trials, I use Flower Finder so like I can get my FP back after multi-bouncing everything. And like I take off like Spike Shield for bosses and stuff like that.
You wanna know the funny thing for me in multi-bounce? If all the enemies are on the ground, and they have no defense, even if they had defense, I multi-bounce in Mario. Coops, do the shell thing.
Yeah,
Power shell. No, power shell, because please, I did a lot of damage. Let's say with that power shell, I did a lot of damage. Yes, I did a lot of damage with that. So I'm like, this is nothing.
yeah, that's the thing. Cause see, like, let's say like Mario's base power is 8, and so is Coop's. So like, basically Mario's at +5, and your partner's at +3. You're pretty much set for the Pit of 100 Trials.
Yeah, so it was nothing. Even with Gloom, is it Gloomtail?
Yeah.
Bonetail's in Pit of 100 Trials.
Oh, I thought you said Gloomtail. I'm sorry.
Oh, Bonetail, I mean. Oh, even with Gloomtail, I got +4 power boost and +0 defense. I'm like, are you serious?
Well, it's not like defense matters in like the later bosses, because most of them pierce defense anyways. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I teared him up, but the Bonetail, I had 1 HP left when I finished beating the boss. Who was I? I think I was Goombella and I did bounce. Only thing I did power lift. I did power lift, and then I made Goombella use a power. What's that item? The power.
Wait, which one? Power punch?
No, it's an item that boosts.
Oh, power punch.
That
boosts yeah.
I made her use that on me again. So I was like, when I jumped on him, it said 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. I'm like, I was just sitting there like, okay, so by 200, it went all the way down to 50 with ease after this like. Oh, the whole turn of me and my partner. I'm like,
oh, so you attacked twice with Rally Wink, or
I did that. Oh, I did that as well. After I made Goombella use the item, I did make her use Rally Wink, so I did the attack 2 times.
Yeah, here's the thing about Goombella. Goombella is to me at least, practically useless until you get Rally Wink, if you can, because Rally Wink is very useful for like bosses that you stay in for a long while, and like Boo, who's using Timmy's cheating method, so you can just do it very well. But I used Rally Wink a lot in later bosses. I think I used it against Magnus on the grapple, the last one, because I cannot defeat him without like really planning out my strategy, because I'm not good with any of his boss battles, like not even the Boggly Woods ones.
Oh dang.
Sorry.
And SZ, what's your badge setup?
Okay, well, when I first started playing this game, my badge setup was always just for moves. It was never like boost stats. It wasn't about stats. It was just about adding extra moves. And now when I'm playing the second time, just right now, I started going the Timmy way. So I've been only doing badge upgrades. Well, I have right now I have 20 HP and 10 flower, and then right now I'm at 21 badge, which compared to yours is nothing. But when you I think I asked yesterday, when I asked for your stats, and you're like, 20/10/81. I was like, oh, that's a typo.
What? But he's literally like,
for me, yeah, my thing was, it was 2015 and 81.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I can already say that I think going more badges is I can already see that it's working so much better for me.
Yeah, but my thing is that I had so many, like when I played my first game, I didn't get that many power plus and all that such, so I didn't care for it. But now I had everything. I had every badge. I had at least 3 of. Flower Finder, I had for the partner. I had 3 of them. I only used 2, and for me, I had 2. So I'm like, all these badges, I had like freaking 3 FP plus. 3 HP plus, and then I had 2 HP partner plus. I'm like, oh my god, where did I get these badges from? That's what I wanted to know. I'm like, I must have not been paying attention, because I don't know where I got these badges from. Until they said special drops, I'm like, oh, then I probably got a special drop and I didn't pay it no mind.
Me.
But with
Are we done?
Well, this isn't really about badges. I just want to quickly bring it up. Stylish moves. I've also... when I played it the first time, the only stylish move I knew was basically after you do the first jump. And just one time. I didn't know you could do multiple stylish in one move. I thought it was just limited to one and just to the jump. So it's been really, really awesome trying to do stylish for every single move and multiple times. And my favorite one by far is when you do like the power hammer. And you do a triple backflip
4 times.
I love that so much. It feels so good when you execute it right.
Oh, I do power bounce and I do all
Yeah,
the
me
styles
too.
moves with the power bounce. I get them all.
It's
I'm
practically
like,
second
yay.
nature for me to be stylish in like every move I do. Otherwise, like I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Same.
And plus,
You hear that,
plus it
ladies?
pretty much makes my appeal useless.
You hear that, ladies? Timmy's always stylish.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say
Scarf
that's a great
appeal.
quote.
I already got appeal attacking.
I mean,
Yes.
speaking of freaking being annoying, I'm just gonna like speaking of that. You and MPI, you're just ticking me off with that because for those of you who don't know, Timmy is very good at both Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and MPI, and I'm doing something with MPI, and I know that's very out of the question, but if you guys ever play MPI any game with him, be careful because Timmy is ruthless in that game.
He's nasty
snatching
plot.
Wii's. He is snatching Wii's when it comes to that game, though. He literally will he'll yank you down. He's he saw, I think I had a Bowser stopper, and then I don't know why I even thought of buying it then. I guess because it's not that common, and I was spiderwebbed or something like that. Or, no, I couldn't attack him. So he buys one, I think, or maybe Billy bought one because he was in it. So then he uses it, and then he uses it on me, so I can't use the Bowser stopper on him. So now we literally, I think we're barely in the lead, like, just by coins. So, like, for those of you who think, like, oh, he's just ruthless in no, Timmy's ruthless in everything so far. Moving on.
Timmy is the master of basically strategy. Like in that
Evil strategy.
Yeah, and even in Pokemon. Like
Oh
watch
my
how
god,
he plays
yes!
Pokemon.
You should see his Umbreon attack day.
His Eevee team, his Evolution team.
His Evolution team makes me want to burn him alive, especially his dang Umbreon. And I think when he used the Leafeon once, and that screwed me over. Like, the Leafeon, not and the Umbreon, which I think I defeated with, like, I don't know, X-Scissor or whatever. I cannot stand his Eevee team.
X-Scissor. But we gotta get to the questions now.
Questionnaire.
Alright?
Yes, we had to get to the questionnaire, and we had to get through all. Should I just read through all of them, and let everyone else read?
Well, read through like the first set of questions from the person.
Okay, so I read. Yeah, I just start reading them. Drep.
The phone.
Yes!
I'll take over. Anyways.
Alright, Timmy will take over.
Thank you, please.
Anyways, okay, so we have questions from this guy named Drev607, and his first question is, if you were in the Paper Mario world and you started an adventure, would you prefer Goombario or Goombella as your partner? This one's pretty
I think
easy
we all
for
know
me because,
Goombella.
like, Goombario and Goombella, I prefer Goombella just because she's so much sassy and she has that shade.
And she has that freaking rally wing.
Exactly.
Like, I know. Like, rally wing.
Goombella.
Goombario only has, I think, one buff, and it's terrible. Like, if you really use Goombario in Paper Mario, that's sad. Goombella, if we're talking strategy, is so much better. Because she's like one of those Pokemon. I know, compared to Pokemon. She's like one of those Pokemon. Yeah, but she's like one of those Pokemon where it takes forever to, like, actually get it good, like, Bagon. But once you, like, get it all, its buffs and everything, it's amazing. Goombella is very good. She's very, tactical. I actually used the word right. Like I usually use strategical, even though it's definitely not a word. Tactical. So yeah, I don't like Goombario in the slightest. He was so boring. He was whiny.
Well, okay, but that's not fair to say because it's the previous game. Obviously, this game was gonna be like more advanced.
Well, I'm talking about like regular character thing now.
If you're talking about personality, then yeah, I'll agree.
Goombella.
I'll choose Goombella based on her personality.
Yeah,
because
too.
I feel like she's a lot more developed than Goombario, and also Goombario's kind of kid-like.
He's stale.
And so if I was on an adventure, right? Well, if that ever happens, please. But if that ever happened, I would want someone who's can get it, who's knowledgeable. Goombella's knowledgeable. She knows what everything is. She's really knowledgeable about her surroundings and the people around her. So I would take Goombella because I feel like Goombella would really help be a really excellent guide. So I'd take Goombella.
So, Next question.
You skipped SC.
Oh, as.
It-
Oh, come on, man. Answer these questions,
As
please.
you never answer the questions.
Oh
He's
my
right on
gosh.
this. You never answer them.
Yeah, go Bella. For the reasons
Yay.
stated, basically.
Okay, this next question. What is your favorite music out of the series? Oh, this one's so hard. I can't choose just one. There are too
Oh,
many
I don't
good
have
ones.
favorites for things. I'm not
Oh
kidding.
my god.
I hardly have a favorite for anything.
I don't listen to music. I don't pay attention to the music, so I don't have one.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I feel like I like better in Paper Mario 64. So I feel like the music's better in that game.
I personally prefer Thousand Year Doors music because, like, I love the themes like Bowser's theme, like when you fight Bowser in the Palace of Shadow. The Crystal Stars music. Oh my god, I love that one. Sports music, Rock Hawk. It's just so.
Oh, I
many
love
more.
Petalburg. What's it called? The Petalburg, the one where it's like a remix of a Mario song. I think it's Petalburg's. I love that one. That's like the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah, there are like so many to choose, but like I guess I'll go with the Crystal Stars theme because like I literally cried when that theme played, and like oh my god, it's so heroic and it sounds so beautiful.
Okay, so my favorite music, I like the Shooting Star Summit music
Ooh,
in Paper Mario
yes.
64. It's so nostalgic every time I hear it. I like Paper Mario Thousand Year Doors, the Thousand Year Door room music, because that music, when I first heard it, it's so creepy. It's like, it sounds so eerie, like.
It's ominous.
Yeah, like, it's just, you feel that, like, darkness behind the door, like, ooh, what's behind that door? So, like, I feel like I like that music. There's so much other music I can name. Like, that's gonna be, like, a whole nother podcast if we were gonna get into that. So, yeah, those two I can think of in the top of my head. Oh, and Super Paper Mario's, that soft light
Oh yeah,
music.
me too. I love that one.
Wait,
Yes!
is that the one where you're going in that weird little like hallway between whatever the two towns?
No, it's
Oh.
when you get a pure heart, or you're about to get a pure heart.
okay.
That music that appears.
Yeah.
I don't know music by their names. I just go from their location, especially in games. So when you said soft light, I was like, that sounds like a name for that hallway thing because I really do like. There's no music in that. I think it's literally just empty echoes. I already said mine, Petalburger thing. Super Paper Mario though, I really do like its music, and which I kind of did want to talk about because Super Paper Mario I feel like is what everybody else appears to say is Paper Mario Sticker Star. Like, oh, it's good just because it's not Paper Mario. I really love Super Paper Mario.
I mean,
I think it's just underrated.
I love
Super Paper Mario has a
Mario.
better story.
I love Super Paper Mario as its own game, but like compared to the other two, like I don't like it because like it takes away like the strategy, like 'cause basically.
Which I understand. I completely understand.
Yeah. So,
Also, I didn't like all the puzzles in Super Paper Mario. It's like, oh, all these damn puzzles.
And that's why I liked it because it was less of a like battle challenge because I'm not too good at battles, and there was still like some challenge to it. So that's why I really like the game.
yeah, so it's like with
Next
Super Paper. Oh, I'm
question.
sorry. Anyways, Super Paper
Oh, sorry.
Mario.
Go ahead.
For Super Paper Mario, like I dislike how like there's not like so much like challenge and strategy to it, cause like I literally just beat the game with Peach and just spamming the hammer and like hiding in her umbrella shield when necessary. That's literally all I
Aw.
did. And
I think I can't do that.
and on the topic of music, I guess like for 64, mine is like Over Sugar Mountain.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Why'd you steal that? No.
Oh, hell no.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the song.
I
like
don't
the
remember it
fields
either.
In a separate.
And
I
it's
think
so
Clark
good.
Fields music.
For Super Paper Mario, I also love Proof of Existence, which is after like after you beat the game, but it's like before the credits.
Thank you for telling me that because I would not remember the song. That's a good song. I like the Dimentio, the final Dimentio battle.
Yeah, that one
music.
too.
Yee, that was so good.
For
Oh my god, I just remembered something. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, you know in Paper Mario Flower Fields? when
Yes,
you
I
go-
literally said I love Flower Fields.
When you go up into that sky and then that music plays when you're about
Yes.
before you verse Huff and Puff.
Oh yeah.
I
Ah.
love that music. Me
That,
and
you literally, I knew that song. That's one of my favorite songs of the game.
I love that music so much. Oh my gosh. I had to mention it, sorry.
what else
Alright,
is
moving on.
no, not yet. Sticker Star has really
Ew.
awesome music. Boss
You know
battles.
it doesn't.
Yes, it does. What are you talking about?
I'm okay. I'm the biggest antagonist, or not antagonist. That's not the word. But I do not like that game in the slightest, and it's not just because it's not a Paper Mario game. One of the things that annoys me about that game, I know this is just Thousand Year Door, but I guess we're having a little tangent about the separate games. I don't like that game because of its battle system. It's I don't like the stickers. It's kind of annoying. There's no partners, which is I know you shouldn't be comparing it to Paper Mario, but I'm like it is a Paper Mario game still. The worst part about it though is the things, and I actually did like collecting the things. I thought it was really interesting. but I don't like how you basically had to use them to defeat a boss. Like the first boss, like I get the third boss has like 200 HP, which is like ridiculous. You had to use a whole bunch of those things to defeat it. I just don't like that. I really do not like that game. People, it wasn't even a good rated game in the first place, but there are people who try to defend. I'm like, no, it's not that good of a game.
Yeah.
Paper
okay.
Mario Sticker Star is a good game in its
No, it's
own
not.
right.
It was a waste of my money.
It's a good. You're crazy.
No, I don't think so.
It was a waste of my money. I sold it too. So.
This is the only thing that me and SC will legit.
I
agree
know.
And guess what? Guess what I sold it.
100%.
Guess what I sold it at? Tell me. Guess I sold it at GameStop. I sold it for like no money, and I just want to get rid of that game. I can't stand it.
Because
Well,
you're bitter that it wasn't what you wanted.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
moving to the
Yes,
next
it was.
question.
Thank you very much, SZ, because that's my point exactly. Yes, moving on.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, next.
Somebody
Last
somebody
question from
re-voodoo.
Dreb607. How would you feel if a new Paper Mario came out for the Wii U or Nintendo's future console?
We're waiting for that.
Yeah.
A new Paper
Can
Mario.
we just say that? We're just waiting for that.
Yeah.
Like, I've been waiting. It has to be a good one too. I don't want Paper Mario Sticker
Please,
Star.
please, please. You see, okay, this is the thing. Alright, I like the Sticker Star atmosphere. It's just, as a Paper Mario game, that's not what I really wanted.
I want partners.
Alright, but can I please finish?
Yes.
Alright, I like it like as its own entity. Did I say it right?
Yes, entity.
Yeah. So, you see, what I do want is that I want it to go back to Thousand Year Door and that type of style, but I wouldn't mind another Sticker Star in its own type of game, just not as a Paper Mario game. So like if it's its own game, or if hell, if you take some of the features in Sticker Star and put it into the new, I would love that. Just not the stickers itself, like stickers and battling, but like things like when you throw objects and like make
I
new
liked
powers. That would
I
be a
did-
good idea for a Paper Mario game.
I
That'd be a
liked
good
how
idea.
real world objects, some of them interacted with the environment. One of them, speaking of that, one of the puzzles got me stuck for so long. And I'm not sure if anybody else experienced it, or maybe I'm just being dumb, but I feel like I'm not being dumb. When you had to use the goat from like a world and a half ago in the jungle area, and there's a whole bunch of paper, I didn't know you had to use
Oh, I knew
Stickerize.
that immediately.
I'm not kidding. I was stuck on that for like 2 days because I got it. I think I got there in like the first day. So there weren't.
Isn't there a sign for you to tell you to use the goat?
Oh my god, is there?
No.
I thought there was the hooves on the ground.
Oh my god, there was.
Really?
Yeah, there were little
Yeah.
footprints, and there was,
Oh,
but I
then
never
yeah,
realized.
Boo's right. Boo's right.
I never realized that, and I remember.
I
was
didn't
stuck
think
on it.
about that. I just knew like, oh wait, goats eat trash. So like, oh
What?
okay, well, you get a goat.
I had to wait till like IGN or someone posted a guide, and it did. I think it was IGN.
You didn't read NPL guides?
They weren't up yet. They were not up yet.
That's not
Oh,
true. That's so not
shade.
true.
SC worked hard on that.
Actually, I don't think I knew the site at the time because that was like 2012. So.
What? Oh,
Shame.
You know what?
shade.
Excuse me. Okay, moving on. Who? Oh, this is my question. From Voodoo.
Is it your quiz?
This is my question to ask. From
Oh my God.
From Voodoo. How if you could change one thing, what would you change in the game? Super that was your door.
I want to hear Timmy's
Did
answer.
everyone even answer the last question? No one answered it other than
What?
Timmy.
I thought
No,
everybody
I
did.
didn't answer it.
Oh shoot.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Voodoo. Moving on. As in moving back.
Soldiers, please.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
Please.
But I would feel the same as long as it's not paper, as long as it's not Sticker Star.
I just want, like I said, I want something like that. Oh wait, I answered it.
You
Okay.
answered.
Well,
SC, did you answer it?
I mean, I'm basically same page. I love Sticker Star, but I'd rather see a Paper Mario 1,000-year-old door first.
Well, for me, like I'd rather have a game where it's more like there's more like a Paper Mario feel to it, because like even though like Super Paper Mario like it wasn't like the battle style I wanted, I still liked it because like it felt like Paper Mario-esque. But like with Sticker Star, like you
Yes.
literally just have like generic Toads, like it's just like kind of boring, and like
Yeah.
I didn't feel like an actual Paper Mario game. So like, and so like just keep it unique, like the first first 3 games.
Yeah.
Like they don't really have in Sticker Star. Like I love the game, but they don't have the exact character interaction like Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door had. Like even Super Paper Mario had it to an extent, but Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door did that perfectly. So that Sticker Star kind of didn't do so well on that.
It wasn't as much as unique as it should have been
Yeah.
for a game for the games it's successing in.
And also,
Alright.
like, I'd want, like, the jump and hammer commands to be basic, not, like, the sticker stuff, please.
The stickers are stupid.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, pretty much.
Now we can move on to the next question. So
Yes.
please reiterate the question.
Voodoo asks, if you could change one thing in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, what would you change? And I'm assuming why.
If I could change one thing, what would I change? Oh my god, can it be like something I add to the game, kind of?
That counts as changing it, so yeah.
Alright, okay. Now, don't hear me out before you think this is the stupidest thing you've ever heard. Okay. For something like Thousand Year Door, I thought it would be so cool if, like, at the end of the game, you have an option to have, like, kind of like a continuation where you have to go through all the worlds again, but it's harder, and you have all your partners, but it's a lot harder.
Like New Game Plus and
Yeah,
like a
that
Zelda
would be
game.
great.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's not crazy.
But the story would have to change a little bit. Like, let's say someone
Oh.
took this crystal stars, and you have to go back to each world and get it, and everything's harder, and everything's just kind of different, but basically the same atmosphere. So
Story.
Goombella would be like, I don't remember this being here.
I'm not sure if they would ever. If that sounds reasonable enough. I mean, if at Nintendo, I don't think Nintendo would ever do a new story because, like, in a Zelda game, they never. It's just like, oh, you're restarting. You have all your weapons and whatever, but it's just the same story. But I do like the idea of having because I would have actually never thought of having Paper Mario doing all over again. As for me, I just don't like. I want, of course, like for me, it's literally just more partners because I can't get enough of the partners. The partners in this game were like genius because, well, first of all, like you don't have a battle system, so the partners in Super Paper Mario weren't really partners. They were just like almost like items. You're just like, hey, when you need to use me, use me. That's it. There's no battle thing. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door had a lot of unique character elements, both personality wise and battle wise, and so I thought like maybe like one or two more partners would be cool. I thought it'd be cool to have one of the. I wanted to have like Pennington because I always thought Pennington was going to be a partner, but he wasn't, and I don't know what he'd do, but what would half of these people do originally? Like Flurry is just a big fat cloud. I didn't expect her to do anything.
Flurry is not fat. She's bodacious.
She's a big fat cloud. Even though I technically, that's considering me defeat, but it's just, I don't, well, besides the point, I really want a couple more partners. Honestly, like, that's one thing I liked about Super Mario, despite all the partners being, despite there were not actually being partners, there were a lot of them, and, like, 4 of them were optional, I think. It was Barry, Dashell, Tiptron, and
Piccolo,
thank you. I literally, he was the first one I thought of too. I love Piccolo, by the way. So, that's one thing I did like about it comparatively, despite not being battle characters.
All right.
Next question is Dream Luigi. His set of questions, which only one of them is a question. Oh wait, no, it's only one question.
And he just brought up points.
Oh, and he brought up many points. Do you think Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door should have been rated E10 plus? There were some instances where it seems odd or bizarre. Here's 3 examples. Flurry shows her breasts. Hey, even Mario pulls or her breast to blow away and plus.
That's
Flurry,
I have that question.
Plus Flurry
That's what it
look
looks
like a hooch.
Ezzy,
Plus
get your
Flurry
mind out
look
of the
like a
gutter.
hoochie mama. Look like a hoochie mama.
Who looks like a hoochie mama?
Flurry.
Hoochie mama. Yes.
And then the second one is about Peach exposing herself, but not exposing, invisible, yet exposing herself. It's long to read. I'm sorry. It's apologizing to Honey Bunch and SpiderStaryu. And the third one is Shadow Peach is literally wearing a cursed lightning. Ooh, I read that wrong. Shadow Peach literally cursed a lightning bolt upon Groudus and obliterated Groudus' entire body. Only his head remains intact. That's cruel and dark. I thought she zapped the head too.
Okay, so do I think the game needs to be rated E10? Well,
No.
E10 didn't exist back then, first off.
What was it then?
It was
There
rated
was no
E.
E10.
There was rated E
I
or
thought
T,
you
or there was E10 is kind of like they introduced that now to things that are not exactly bad, but kind of like you don't want little kids playing it, like little kids. And Thousand Year Door is not even that bad. I mean, there are like undertones. Is that how you say it? Undertones.
But my thing is, nobody thought about it that way.
No, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, as a kid, I didn't think of things that way. But
That's the difference between this year and now. Now
I
everything
still wouldn't have thought it that way.
Now things are over sexualized.
Exactly.
So people are automatically going to assume that compared to like 2004. Even when games Nintendo 64, PlayStation, nobody ever thought of something like that unless you grew up to
Princess
know it. But
Ru?
now everything is sexualized. So any little spark, all that. So that's why the rating, it shouldn't be E10 plus. In this day and age, somebody would have complained about it, would have made it E10 plus. But back then, no, because back then nobody ever thought that was the first thing they assumed.
well, with Flurry, I mean, I kind of thought like, whoa. I mean,
I just
whoa.
thought she was ugly.
I mean, her stage presence, quote unquote stage presence. I mean, hey, you know. But do I think the game needs to be rated E10? No. I mean, the game's nothing in the game really is like bad. There's undertones that you may like think some things, but it's like Boo said, like everything's kind of like sexualized now. Everyone's acting more mature. Everyone's thinking things like, oh, there's that and this. Everyone's trying to find like mysteries and everything, and trying to like make things seem like something they're not. So I really don't think it needs to be rated E10. I mean, I can understand why you would maybe think that, but I really don't think it needs to be rated E10. Because I would let my little nephew, who's like 7 years old, I'd let him play it. And hell, he's watched me play it, and he's never thought anything bad or like, oh, this disgusting or that's weird.
Like if they outright said something like that, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But...
So, I mean, Timmy, you're here. Do you want to give your thoughts?
Because I don't really care about it, so no.
if the game's not safe for Timmy, if the game is safe for Timmy, it's safe
yeah.
for...
I mean, there are some things that are just not safe for Timmy. All right, but that's safe for Timmy.
So everyone can play it.
Yeah, if it's safe for Timmy, everyone can play.
Next is Impadoo. Who's reading Impadoo? I think SC.
I was gonna read it.
Oh no, it's right here. Oh, Honey Bunch is
How
reading it.
could you,
Oops,
Boo?
I'm sorry.
Alright, okay. This one is from Impadoo. He says, of all the bosses in Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, who did you like the most? Alright, so, out of all the bosses in the game, which one do you guys like the most? Anyone want to take it first?
To be honest, like that's one thing I know it's like, how could you say this game is a very good game? The bosses were always lackluster to me because none of them ever stood out to me, and they were all like whatever. I kind of did like Macho Grubba because of the plot development behind it, because it was like, whoa,
Macho.
like it's kind of insane what was actually going behind the scenes. So I mean, I guess that there was that, but like unless you say the final boss, it's just they were all fine. None of them were outstanding to me. Like I love all the I love Hoppin', even though I hate Cortez. But I love despite them not having like little to no plot development, I really like the Paper Mario bosses a bit more. So
well, we're talking about like the bosses that give you the crystal stars, right? We're talking about those bosses, not new bosses.
I know.
Let me just tell you that I don't like Dupless, because Dupless is a scumbag, trash of the earth.
Boss.
Dupless, I can't say he's like, hey, Slick. I'm like, please, who are you calling Slick? Alright, you're Slick. I can't stand that crap. It's just ostentatious. And which boss do I like the most? Well, I don't like Hooktail. I mean, when I'm saying I don't like them, I mean like I don't mean like, oh, they're bad bosses, like nothing like that. I just mean like I don't like them because I just literally don't like their presence on this earth. But I guess I don't know. I guess should I say Magnus von Grapple, because that's an easy boss? Should I say that? I mean, it's kind of like Soul said, nothing really sticks out in terms of like that, like in terms of like personality or like something like that. I mean, in Paper Mario the original, I could say like, oh, I like this boss because there's a reason why, but I guess I'll say Macho Grubba, because I think he's a really interesting boss fight. Even though I can't stand when he gives himself the frickin' gets to do 2 moves in 1 turn. That pisses me off, but
he got Goombella.
Yeah. So, Timmy, you want to take over?
Well, I mean, it's like you guys said, because I don't know, like, which boss, like, stands out for me the most, but, like, in terms of, like, the one I have most fun fighting, I don't know why, but I like fighting the Smorgs, even though it's not actually, like, guarding the Crystal Star itself, but, there's also Macho Grabba, who I also like fighting, but mainly because, like, I just like super guarding his attack and, like, seeing him, like, fly all the way back, so I guess I would say Macho Grabba, though Smorgs is a close second.
Smorg.
Smorg. Boo!
Yep, and that's the end.
Boo! Are you
Do you have a
kidding me?
fa-
We're
do you have
not
a favorite
done.
boss?
We're not done?
No,
Do you
we're
have a favorite-
not.
What about your favorite boss?
What's your favorite boss?
I said Cortez!
When did you say that?
Oh, I thought you were
When I
suggesting
interrupted
it.
so.
Why
I
do you
thought you
like
were-
Cortez?
Because I really, that's the only one I found intriguing. And then the fact that he actually helps you at the end.
I thought you were suggesting it.
And
to
then
me.
after, what made me laugh is that he's like, you wanted this thing the whole time? Why you didn't say anything? I was like, really? You didn't realize why you thought I was going to steal your treasure. That's why you didn't give me a reason. And that's the thing. They don't give Mario a chance to explain anything. They just go all out. They be going in like me. They like, I don't give a damn. I'm going to go in. I'm going to the half. I'm like, okay.
SC, who's your favorite boss?
Shadow Queen,
Why?
because it's really interesting place to take the story, and all the other ones are kind of boring. Nobody's really
Yeah.
interesting. I agree with Saul on this one.
Alright. There's still one more question, Boo. Alright? Input Dude had two questions. Alright? Also, this is a general Paper Mario question, but what did you like better? Partners, pixels, or like in Sticker Star? No pixels at all. I say pixels only because Tippy had a better detailed background. Well, that is true, Input Dude, but I didn't like Tippy because I felt like Tippy had, Tippy had a personality, but Tippy, you couldn't see her face, you couldn't see her expressions. Like, in Paper Out Thousand Your Door and things like that, you know, we saw the character's face, you know, we saw what was going on, we saw when they were, like, getting snotty and stuff. Alright, but, like, with Tippy, she was just a butterfly pixel thing, so, like, you didn't see... You heard her saying, like, oh, this is stupid, or, like, oh, this makes me so happy, but you didn't really see her acting so happy.
Exactly. It kind of felt robotic to me. Like,
Yeah.
Tippy had a background. She has the background that I thought she had no emotion, but I thought her background speaks for her. But really, if I choose partners, because partners, they all are diverse. They're never the same. And with Curse, the only thing she had needed an attitude.
I didn't like her.
She was just pissed off all the time.
Oh my god,
They-
Kirsty! Every
they
time I think
tried
of Kirsty, I think of Boo. No,
they
offense,
try
Boo.
they
But,
try to
like,
feed off.
because she actually, like, you know, she tells the truth at times.
But they try to. I didn't like her because they tried to feed off like the Goombella. What was good about Goombella because she was kind of sassy, but they just brought it up the entire thing. Like that was her. That was basically her entire personality. Like Goombella had that weird charm where she was like she had a weird crush on Mario, and then she would get jealous when like Flurry or I think Vivian even flirted with him at one point. So like she would get jealous at that. But
She wasn't there.
I'm sorry, I don't remember them. I hardly remember any of these.
Every female partner in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door had a crush on Mario. Flurry did, a crush, Goombella did,
What?
Vivian did, Miss Mouse did. Miss Mouse went in and got what she wanted,
What?
so...
What?
I'm
Oh,
just saying, you know, Miss Mouse actually took the action. She was like, she went up to Mario and she got what she wanted, alright? But I'm just
What?
saying that every female partner in Paper Mario had a crush on Mario, so... But I understand what you're saying about Kirsty, because with Kirsty, I like her because I feel like she was sassy, but I feel like at times, like, she was just sassy just to the point of just being too sassy.
it was stale. It got to the point where
Yeah,
it
like
was stale.
sassiness. We're not talking about, like, Dark Boo sassiness where it's always fresh and bodacious.
Yes.
Alright, but she was just sassy all the time. Like, are you kidding me? Why is there a need to be sassy about something that it doesn't even matter? Like... But
She
at
got
times
haughty.
it was good. At times it was good. Like, when she was telling Bowser Jr. off, like he was a brat, I was like, yes. Yes.
This is,
Anyone else? Who didn't go?
Wow.
Well, I mean, this
Yeah.
was pretty simple, but like, I'll go with what you guys said. I prefer the partners because like they actually have personalities, and plus, like, I actually like my partners having HP.
So yeah.
Boo, you agree on partners?
Yes.
SC, you agree on partners?
Yep.
Alright,
What?
so that is all our questions. Thank you everyone for sending in questions for this video game lodge. You know, maybe send in a little bit more next time, just saying. But
we got a lot done, so
yeah, we got a lot. We had a lot to cover today. My gosh, I can't speak English. But yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, if you guys feel the need to ask a question, you know, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I mean it. Don't be shy. Literally.
he repeats.
I repeat it 3 times. Should I say it the 4th time? I mean, okay, I'll say it the 4th time. Don't be shy.
Hooray!
And now that's the end of our podcast.
Ooh, that was a long podcast.
Yeah.
But Tis,
Timmy, we enjoy you.
we love your
We just
company.
enjoy your presence. Yes, we are. We are enjoying your presence.
Basking in it.
Yes, basking and marmalade like Lady Marmalade. Get
What?
into it.
Getting the fish.
Yes, getting the fish on a silver platter with a lemon on the side. Get it.
Fresh fish, all right?
Tastes
Not
so good,
certain
it's
certain
super
kinds
omelette.
of like disgusting fish.
Yeah. So thank you, Timmy, for joining us in this wonderful discussion about Paper Mario.
Yes, Timmy. Thank you.
Yes. And now let's get with the information. You can subscribe to us and rate us on iTunes. Yes, you can. You can check it out. You can check us out. Our English is bad. My English is bad today. Check us out on MyParlexi, MyParlexi.com. The Lost Levels, you can check us out as well. TheLostLevels.MyParlexi.com. And you can check the forum, MyParlexi.com/forum. Because people be putting backslashes.
Why?
So I really don't know. For me, YouTube 516-974-3494. You can search Dark Blue, whichever one. I don't care. I'm gonna say Dark Blue for now because I search it up and it comes up. I comment too much on people's videos, tell them about myself. Nintendo Network, Dark Blue 007. I think I got like a new friend request or something. Cause I gotta check it. My friend, I think there's gonna be a limit for friend requests because my thing is big. It's large. I got like 40 people so far. No, not 40. Around 30. Yeah.
My YouTube is Mr. Nintendo, and I also have a Facebook page now called Mr. Nintendo, so you can check out both my YouTube and my Facebook.
You can follow me through the ends of the earth, across the frozen sea, and throughout the whole universe. Alright, I'm SpiderStaryu everywhere. We have YouTube. I make juicy videos. So juicy. Incredibly juicy. Marinated with that juicy sauce. Alright, everything. We got the spiciness. We got the saltiness. It's just incredibly. You can't handle it. It's just so tangy. You gotta drink the juice. We have Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, add me to your circles, Nintendo Network, SpiderStaryu, everywhere. So, and for Nintendo Network, you want to add me, you got to say either I got robbed, because, you know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
If you watched the previous episode, you know, listen, watch. How do you watch something, you know, listen to the previous episode, you know, how this whole thing about robbed, you know, how I lost my rob, so I got robbed and my rob, so you got to contact me saying I got robbed. Or you can just say, I watched the podcast. You know, I loved The Lost Levels. Or say something, because if you don't say anything, then I'm not going to be able to add you because I won't know who you are, and I'll just reject it. So make sure you say something, okay? Please. Pretty please. And that's it.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter at Tumblr at greninja.tumblr.com, or my Twitter at SuperZambezi, or my website, Nintendo Spot, which I've been changing the design a little bit because got bored of it. And if you find me through any of these places, yes, comment saying, "Oh, I know you from the podcast," or do something silly like, "I got robbed," like Staryu had. Or
Yes.
I think we had another message earlier on before that, but I don't remember what it was. So if you do remember that one, please give me that third one. Maybe it'll jumpstart my memory.
And Twitter, Nintendo Network, whatever else, SuperZambezi, as always.
And for that, we out. Yes.
Sport!
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Sport!
Time to eat.
Time to eat, yes.